Hello, second year students. Today I am going to begin with another prominent prose author and satirist in the English language. His essay, or we can say an episode, titled as The Spider and the Bee, is prescribed in your course. But before I begin with the essay in detail, let me introduce you to the author with a brief outline of the essay concerned. So, to begin with, I'll briefly cover Jonathan Swift's biographical information. He was born on November 30th, 1667 in Dublin, at Ireland. Though born to English parents, he spent a great deal of his life in Dublin. He got his early education from Kilkenny Grammar School and then he was sent to Trinity College at Dublin and he received his degree in 1685. And during this period, he was in the care of his uncle. After his uncle's death, he returned to England in 1688 and started working as a secretary to William Temple, who was a renowned diplomat. And under Temple's patronage, Swift was learning much in several directions. He read classical and historical works in Temple's library, and up to this time, he had been writing a good deal on various subjects, but he did not publish his work. After Temple's death in 1699, Swift became actively involved in the politics and wrote political pamphlets in the interest of political parties. Soon he took to write satirical novels and essays for which he is remembered chiefly. His satires were direct attacks upon the faults in society, politics, and on human nature. Swift had now attained a position of great importance and authority, and in 1713 he was appointed as the Dean of St. Patrick's Cathedral in Dublin, a post that he held for more than 30 years until his death. And it was the first official recognition of his political work. But he took it as his banishment to Ireland, and he was not at peace with his life in Dublin. He was missing England and his life there. His health was also not so good at this time. He was facing so many emotional trouble with the feelings of loneliness. And by the year 1742, his mental condition had become so bad that he lost his sanity and he had fallen into a condition of dementia. Finally, his pain ended with his death in 1745 and he was buried in his own cathedral of St. Patrick's at Dublin. Now, let us have a quick look at some of his famous works. A Tale of a Tub in 1704, and it was the first major work written by Jonathan Swift and perhaps most difficult of all his satires. The work underscores many themes such as hypocrisy of religion, contemporary writings in literature, politics, theology, etc. The book was considered a controversial piece of writing at the time of its publication, and it brought notorious fame to Swift. The second major work is The Battle of the Books in 1704. Though Swift had written this book in 1697, but it was published along with A Tale of a Tub. And this is a short piece of satire which Swift wrote to support his patron, Sir William Temple, who had taken part in a controversy for supremacy between ancient and modern learning. It depicts a literal battle between books in the king's library. It is an interesting piece of writing. Then came his most famous work, the book Gulliver's Travels in the year 1726. It is an account of adventures of a sailor named Lemuel Gulliver who goes on a sea journey and visits remote regions of the world. This book combines adventure with savage satire, mocking English customs and politics of the day. This is one piece of classic writing by Jonathan Swift which brought enormous fame to him. A Modest Proposal in 1729, and it is a satiric essay by Swift published in pamphlet form in which he mocks heartless attitude towards the poor as well as British policy towards the Irish people in general. The full title of the essay is A Modest Proposal for Preventing the Children of Poor People from Being a Burden to Their Parents or the Country. Okay, now let us know briefly about the essay we will be dealing with in the coming classes, The Spider and the Bee. So the essay is an episode, or we can say an extract from Swift's book, The Battle of the Books, about which I have told you briefly in the previous slide. And the book had its origin in the controversy that had been going on for some time in England over comparative merits of the ancient authors and modern authors. Sir William Temple, who was a patron of Swift, had taken part in this controversy as the supporter of the ancient learning. So Swift wrote this book in order to lend support to him. Now, this piece of essay, The Spider and the Bee, is an important event in this book. It is an allegory. And what do you understand by allegory? Allegory is a story in which characters are symbols which represent particular ideas. So, in this story, the spider symbolizes the moderns while the bee symbolizes the ancients. So, these two, the spider and the bee, as allegorical figures of the two parties that are the moderns and the ancients, argue over their respective qualities. And the narrative of the episode ends with the commentary of Aesop. Aesop was a Greek storyteller in ancient times and who is imagined by Swift listening to this debate between the spider and the bee. And Swift, through Aesop, makes the whole point of debate perfectly clear. There is no doubt that through Aesop, it is Swift himself who is speaking in favor of the ancients, and Swift's preference for the ancients becomes evident in the way in which the debate is conducted and in the manner in which Aesop comments upon it. Okay, this much for the introduction to the author and to the essay. In the next class, I will begin with the text of the essay, The Spider and the Bee. Thank you.